Welcome to Eligible Monster. I'm Benny. That's Natalie.
Hi.
Today we're going to talk about couples goals. She hates that phrase. No, we decided to play No Man's Sky together. So I wanted to get Natalie's opinions on No Man's Sky. She played for about 3 hours. We got to the...
Was it 3 hours?
It was 3 hours, yeah.
I feel like it was 1 hour, but sure.
It's fun, isn't it? Like you just lose track of what's happening.
Sure.
Okay, why don't you tell them what happened? What did we do? Is No Man's Sky good in your opinion? Now,
we spent about 2 hours in the tutorial. I know that much.
Well, hold on. Before you get into it, her experience with No Man's Sky is she didn't even play it when it initially launched.
It's true.
She heard it was horrible and had no interest in it at all.
Now, usually I do like to check out games myself before checking out the reviewers, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of survival anymore, so.
Right. So, okay, well, and so what happened is we were looking for a game that was 2-player that we could both play. She wanted me to play Dark Souls, but it's not really co-op. You just fight bosses. We wouldn't actually. No, we would not even. We would just fight bosses and only bosses.
You clear the areas too.
Not the same though, because we'd clear for you, then we clear for me, then we clear for you, then we clear for. It wouldn't be the same. A 2-player experience that's pretty much like Borderlands-y, but we were looking for a game that didn't need like 3 or 4 people, so we didn't need to find other people to join us.
Yeah.
It was just something we could do together.
Yes.
Couples goals. I like your cringe face, like.
It's just so cringe, man. I never understood that. Couples goals,
so
relationship goals.
I brought up the idea of No Man's Sky because of all of the changes, and we thought we'd talk about it today. So now that I've given them the context as to why we decided to play No Man's Sky again.
Yes. You've basically told them that we couldn't find anything else, so we just resorted to...
Well, no, I already owned No Man's Sky, so we decided to buy 1 copy of it instead of 2 of another game that we didn't know if we could
I own Dark Souls.
Huh?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I spent like 2 hours in the tutorial, so it's very overwhelming at first.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I was tired. I don't know.
You were tired. I did have to show you how to do a couple things. I will admit, though, the interface is still very wonky, the way it's set up.
Right. It's. I mean, from the videos and everything I've watched of it, it seems like a massive improvement.
Oh,
so
yeah.
This is why I kept playing.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is a good first impression finally. So let me see what they added. And towards the end, we finally just tackled open world, which was the funniest bit of the 3 hours that we played for sure.
Right.
Because I had no idea that you could just literally travel anywhere, everywhere.
So we did the tutorial. When you land on the planet, you have to build your ship.
That's what took the longest.
The firestorm got you.
Yeah. It got both of us, dude.
No, there's no firestorm on my screen.
That's true, actually. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird. I was like, Ben, there's like fire everywhere. What? There's nothing on my screen, but I'm dying. There's nothing on my screen. What's going on?
So I think, because I've run into that storm issue every single time. When you play the tutorial, they give you an objective to run across the planet.
Yep.
And it gives you the warning, storm incoming.
Yes.
And I think it's supposed to, you go straight to the objective, storm kicks in, but I didn't because I was trying to help you out. So I went back to the ship. A whole day passed, and then I walked you there. So I think it was a weird story element that I didn't have to experience.
I had no idea that the firestorm was actually going to kill me. So I was just like, it's just a warning. It's whatever. It's like, it's about the immersion and experience or whatever. And the firestorm is not going to do anything. It's just aesthetic, right? No, it wasn't. Spoiler alert, it wasn't, no.
And then she had to do all the stuff like scanning. I had to show her how to name things.
That was fun. I loved scanning things.
And then did you name much of it?
You saw it, Ben. I named one that was like insect wing, and then he named the rest, and it was like, what is it, penile
plant?
Because it looked like guys. Oh, jeez.
It was very like cylinder shaped with quite obviously a head on it.
And then there was wannabe cactus as well. I'm like, Ben,
I named it wannabe cactus.
You can just call it a cactus. Why do you have to be?
No, I'm gonna be weird.
Anyway, so yeah, that took us a while too.
So once we got all of that, then we went up into space, and the first thing Natalie did was customize her character.
Dude, I have a floating. It's not even a floating head. It's no head. It's just it's like an
orb of energy where your head should be.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we started talking to. I love, because you told me about this. I had no idea. You can recruit people. You can recruit people to work for you, but you don't know their language.
Right.
I found this mechanic to be insanely good. I don't know, just the thought of just recruiting people that just you can't understand at first, but then as
you learn their language as you're going.
It's incredible to me. Yeah,
I was sharing how to do, like, some people want you to give them stuff, some people just give you words. There's different objectives and goals.
It was funny because, like, at first he obviously he was talking his own language, the guy that I talked to at first, and I had 3 options and I could only select one, and the one I selected was the good one because he was like jumping up and down like crazy. I was like, oh good, this guy's on my side. I don't know, it's fun.
It was a fun little thing. It added a lot of more stuff to the world in general. Then she got lost and ran out of fuel.
It's true. And then I just had to shoot asteroids for like a good 10 minutes because he was like, just shoot the asteroids, it's going to give you fuel. I'm like, sure. And so I spent 10 minutes just like shooting.
Well, the best part is we got out of the space station and I went over to the asteroids and I'm like shooting them up. I'm like, Nathalie, come to me. And she gets out of the space station and I see her ship turn towards me and she goes, I can't figure out where you are. I'm going to the planet. And she turned around and left. And I was like, you just left me in the asteroid belt. But I now had fuel, so I zipped all the way to the planet. She got halfway there and she's like, I have no fuel.
It's true. because on the screen it said like in 10 seconds you'll arrive at your destination, and I was like, oh cool, Ben, I'll be here in 10 seconds. And then 5 seconds later it just up to like 15 minutes. I'm like, what happened? I was there. So then I had to farm around a little bit here, but that was fun.
And then we landed, and this is what she was talking about, because once you finally get to the second planet, they start teaching you more of the open world stuff. You get the laser to blast through things, and I got lost in a cave and blasted a hole out and just shot out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So she gets this laser, and I'm showing it to her, and I'm like, look, it can blow holes in the walls and in the ground. And then I shot the ground, and beneath me was a cave. So I just fell.
I was like, wait, what did you go? No, you basically showed me that because it was toxic. The planet was toxic.
Yeah.
And so you told me if you just, what's the laser for? I asked you, and you were like, so you can just like dig underground and you can take refuge and not take any damage.
Yeah.
And so I was like, but how deep can you go? And you just fell down. Like, I don't even know where you went.
But then I couldn't shoot back up, so I just went straight. And so she was walking in one direction, and like I blow out the whole of the hill, and I'm like, I'm free!
No, but the best part of it was, for some reason, you said that there was a specific point we had to go inside of, and the door was completely sealed off. Yeah. And there were robots around just floating.
That were trying to kill us, so we were trying to hide from them.
Yeah, so you were like, all right, let's just be super stealthy for that mission. And so we did, and when we got to the door, obviously it was closed, so we had to find another way.
Lock or something. Yes. We couldn't get in.
Right. So then Ben was like, I have an idea. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just stand watch and see what you want to do, and just in case you get the door opened, I'll just rush in and just get the thing done and just get out. And so he got on his ship.
You okay?
It was just funny, man, because for you it's probably not as funny, but for me, watching it from afar, it was hilarious. So you had those robots just like keeping guards, and then you see Ben in his ship just like trying to position himself around. Then he just looks at the door and it just starts to blast it. It didn't work at first. So the robots just started chasing. Yeah, just chasing. I was like, what are you doing, Ben? Obviously it's not working. He's like, no, it's fine. It's going to work. So he just went around, then blasted the door again. And then I see the door just explode. And I'm like, I'm going in, Ben. And just like bolted. I bolted, and then it was like just one thing we had to pick up. That's it.
It was garbage. Yeah, it wasn't a good loot, but whatever. But
then I was like, all right, Ben, just keep them occupied so I can just get back to my ship and we can nope out of the planet. And he failed to do that.
They were chasing my ship, but then I landed the ship and I tried to hide, and they were chasing her, and then they were literally just like tagging the ship while I'm out of it. And I jump back in the ship, and I'm like, I gotta get the ship out of here. They're gonna blow it up. And it's like out of landing fuel. So I'm like, the ship is under attack by all these robots, and I'm sitting there like making fuel. Yeah.
I was like, Ben, I can't do anything, man. I'm just watching from afar, just him just like struggling with the robots, and I'm just like, they can't see me. So, and I just somehow I made it to my ship that's literally parked right next to Ben. And then we took off at the same time and just nope out of there. Yep. It was a cool mission. It was a stupid mission. We didn't have to do it, but it was a cool like first experience on the planet, I guess.
So we wanted to try and bring you guys like more of our personal experiences and the stories that we have when playing games. So that's why this is a little bit different, more structured than before. But what did you think about the game in 3 hours? Because there's a big update they're coming. They're promoting like crazy.
I mean, it took them like how many years? Like 3 years?
3 or 4 years to get it to this state.
It's an insanely long time. But for what it is today, it was worth waiting, man.
You're actually enjoying the game.
I like the experience. I like the experience that we had yesterday. So I'm just, I want to play more.
All right.
See what else we can do, because you told me there's a bunch of stuff they added, and I'm looking forward to.
You can build multiple bases. There's all kinds of, like I told, there's pirates that attack us in space.
Yeah,
this is about as far as I've gotten overall. We built the base up, like when I played it, goofing around with, I think it was Sean. But we built the base up, went back into space, fought the pirates, and then we recruited the first guy, and that's all we did beyond where we're at.
I want to fight the pirates. You told me you can just like board ships or whatever. And
I've seen that. I haven't done that.
Right.
Because the issue we ran into was Sean wanted to build like this big like Minecraftian kind of area. And I'm like, I want to explore space. I want to go do things. I want to go attack things. And
yeah,
we
I kind of want to do that too, yeah.
Yeah. So I think you and I have a better time.
Because I feel like it's just constructing things nonstop would feel like Minecraft to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what do you guys think of this style? Like we just play a new game and give you guys our experience on it. And if you do like it, let us know in the comments down below what games you want Nathalie to experience and tell you about her adventures in.
Yes, absolutely.
You can find Nathalie where?
On twitch.tv/SonicalCandy.
And I am everywhere. Thank you. And have a good night, New York.
At everywhere.
At everywhere.